Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the boat on PlayFrame.
Ahoy!
Ahoy to you all. Boy, there's a whole lot to hold in our brains. Sorry if I got kind of just like barely talky toward the end of that last one. I didn't really realize till afterward that I'd just been saying like, and okay a whole bunch, I think, while looking around trying to parse the scene.
And sorry if I got bossy and
No.
overly pushy about answering questions.
No, you're great. So like this is part of why I don't usually play like puzzle games and mysteries and stuff on PlayFrame, partly because I just don't enjoy puzzle games that much, but also because, boy, it's hard to actually like talk and think at the same time. Anyway.
Yeah. And when you talk and think at the same time, it's harder to Let's Play.
Yeah, that's true. The secret to Let's Playing is to
never talk or think.
Talk or think, not both.
Oh, right.
Never both.
Never both.
Choose one and stick with it. Whatever your favorite is. Anyway, there were some more mysteries we could investigate.
Oh,
this is interesting.
You had a thought.
That too also. Before I lose this one, it just occurred to me, we just went through a whole chain of little stories there back to back to back to back, because I chose one thing down here of like 3 we could look at.
Oh no.
Right? So like,
oh no.
So there's like more down here we can check out.
What?
But like, we could have maybe done these in a completely different order, and maybe are doing it in like a specific order just because.
What other things were there to check out other than the leg?
So there was the leg in this corner here.
There was the casket.
Here, there was...
Casket?
Yeah, there were like...
Cask. How about just cask?
Yeah, that's right. There was one missing barrel.
No et to it.
Yeah, there was missing barrel. And there was another thing that looked like the remainder of crab.
Yes, that's right.
So, like, I'm guessing we could have done these 3 in any order, which is kind of cool.
I thought we'd done that one for some reason. Part of my brain had checked it off the list and then just like taken the cask and completely threw it out into the sea.
Yeah, no, I'm not used to seeing. I feel like this might be one of the first times we've been shown multiple bodies and been given the option to choose what order we do them in.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's. I don't know. What do you feel, cask or?
I want to talk about what you thought of between the episodes.
Right. So
about Charles.
I was looking at our list here, and I was trying to figure out, like, okay, so why? If this was right, if like Alfred, the guy from Austria, the bosun, was the one with the arm missing in that scene, and he's mentioning his mate, Frenchman, who they say is his mate, who was torn apart by a beast. Like, why is this not right? This feels like it should be. And it just sort of occurred to me, like, oh, I'll bet he was talking about Charles Minor, the bosun's mate from France. But the tattoos guy we saw torn apart is not Charles. I'm guessing that someone else in that scene with the squawktopus gets torn apart.
Can you imagine it?
Like
2 people torn apart by a squawktopus in the same scene?
Yeah, but we just don't
certainly
see
didn't
that
think
one.
of it.
We don't see. So somebody else, tattoos guy is somebody else in this list who was torn apart by the squawktopus in that scene. We just haven't identified them yet. And that's just sort of a clever little misdirect on their part. And we will probably have to use, like, now that we know, okay, Charles Minor, the bosun's mate from France, is in that scene and gets torn apart somewhere, we're probably not going to be shown it directly, but we're going to have to imply it because we have incomplete information on that one.
Yep.
That's
and we
my
can
guess.
say right here, torn apart.
That's true. Well, I think we might have to identify him first, though, in order to do it.
Okay, we can't say it here. We can go somewhere else and say it. There's a place where we can put his fate in. Remember, there's another place where we identify
I think
people.
You're right. Okay.
We usually get there by going to the person's portrait and then hitting a button.
Right. But we don't know his portrait anymore.
Just select any portrait.
To
get to the screen.
Okay, so...
Okay, no, this isn't the screen that I was talking about. There is a black version of the manifest.
Oh, okay, hang on.
With white text, right?
Black version of manifest with white text.
We look at it all the time.
I think that comes up when I have someone's portrait and I'm choosing what their role and job is.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only way. I have to go to someone's portrait to do it, I think.
We can't put their fates in while we're doing that?
Well, we can, but I have to have their portrait first.
But
I have to be able to click on...
it's a whole list of a bunch of people, right?
This. Like, it is a whole list, but it's only entered by going into someone's specific portrait to say who that person is.
My brain hurts.
I know.
I remember a different screen.
Oh. So wait, is this not the one?
I'm probably just wrong. Yeah, that's not the one.
Oh.
Because there's one that it's black, and we can put their fate in.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe it is this one. Maybe I'm just confused. My brain has overheated after that second recording of the week.
I think in each of these sessions, the further we get into each session recording the week's episodes, the more our brains are going to be fried by the end, and I think that's just how it's going to be. That's okay. But you've also not been recording this, which is possibly why also like the basic navigation of the UI, which is I'm more familiar with now, is something that you don't have quite as muscle memoried. Exactly. Yeah.
Are you saying that when we release the episode on Friday, it'll be like a brain fried day?
Not entirely fried, clearly, because we've still got jokes.
Or will it be cry day because I'll just start crying because my brain is too full?
Tune in and see.
Wait, me? I was asking you. I have to tune into our episodes and find out?
Yeah,
How will I?
Now I'm confused.
Me too.
I have too much to be confused about already. Do we want to do the keg, or do we want to do that crab? Keg or crab?
I wanted to check and see if we could identify someone else in Tattoo McTorn-Apart's death scene to see if we could identify anyone who goes missing during that scene.
Let's do it. Why
figure out who the mate is, because I really want to know who Charlie Cow Vomit is.
Let's do. Oh, right, because that's another thing that would that would help us. We would be able to narrow down.
We're so close.
Because there's two Charleses. We know one Charlie is one who like vomits when they're butchering the cow. Mm-hmm. We don't know if it's this one or the other, but if we can find who this one is who gets torn apart by the beast,
and see if he matches the face that we know belongs to Charlie Cow Vomit. If Charlie Cow Vomit,
then we can.
Charlie Cow Vomit could be the bosun's mate.
Yeah, but we'll be able to tell whether it's the same guy or not. Yeah. And if it's not, then we can deduce who the other one is. So awesome. Okay, let's go.
And I'm sorry to dig that deep back into our past.
No. That's okay. We're gonna have to do it eventually anyway.
At least it's going back to a time where we know most of what happened.
That's true. We may have to dig through several of the folks who died in that. Like I don't know if it'll be exactly in Tattoo Guy's scene exactly, but in that chapter though.
Yeah.
So let's.
Should we start with Abigail then?
Maybe you're right, but okay, so he dies there. Who else have we got around here? We did have
someone pulled off the rigging, remember?
We did, I do remember that.
And we don't know who they are.
This lot gets thrown overboard. There
pulled
was
off
somebody
the
else.
rigging will happen, or it has happened already, maybe.
Right.
Oh no, there he is.
There's one option,
that?
That's
Knifeman.
That's Knifeman.
So he does not die in this scene. He's not the one who gets pulled off the rigging, I guess.
Oh, you're like throwing guns to each other. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's Mutiny Cap and Mutiny Hat. What?
The Mutiny Brothers.
It is. The Mutiny Brothers. Martin?
Right.
Martin's the only one who gets a name.
Yeah, well, as soon as we start getting some other names around here, boy, imagine how that'll go.
That's, shoots Paul, or stabs Paul.
Yes. Right you are. Familiar, but I can't place. All right, I don't know if we're going to get the other torn apart in this scene exactly, but in this chapter, I'm sure we can get another clue. We may not be able to, like, dial it in yet, but there's a chance we might, so let's see if it's possible.
All right.
You.
Oh,
okay.
That's it been... No, it's not.
You were crushed later by a beast, I guess, but
I think that's one of the people who dies during the scene with the cannons.
That could be.
I mistook him for It Ben Sai from the Formosan royalty.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Different person, same or similar top, neckline to their top.
Yeah.
And that was about the only thing they shared.
Okay. Who else was from that scene?
So
Abigail's
the start.
We can do that one. So let's...
I think she's the first one of that.
No, the artist is the first one. In fact, Abigail might be the last, but that's still a useful...
Of the Doom?
Yeah.
Oh,
Part 8.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, but still useful. So let's look around. Here's some more of the passengers, I would wager.
Yes.
We could just mark them as passengers, I guess. Unknown passengers. Maybe that's too much to presume.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, all right, we'll hold off because I don't know if that's something we can really assume. That's okay.
With the women, I think that's correct, but I'm not positive.
Let's see. This guy's getting grabbed, but we might already know this might be one of the mutineers. I think it might be, actually.
Oh.
Well?
No,
oh, no, this is out. There's his arm. This is arm.
Yeah, that's his arm getting gone.
There it is. Okay, yes.
Sorry, buddy. So you want to know about your mate. Is this your mate?
Maybe.
Let's see what happens to them throughout, because we've seen them around.
Yeah, unknown.
Do you want to check and see which memories they're in?
Yeah, let's, if we can figure out.
See if they live through this, basically.
Yeah, do we know?
Because I know we've seen them a lot.
Memories, gracious. Disappeared in the Doom. So disappears in this chapter. This might be
Charles.
This might be.
Chucky?
Maybe so. It's definitely, if so, it's definitely a different looking Charles than we saw in the cow scene. Who are you? Are you, you're knife dude. Okay.
Hat dude, knife man.
Right.
Hat dude and knife man.
Or knife guy. It's like wife guy, but he's knife guy.
I don't, sure. Mutineer hat, cap, sorry, mutiny cap.
Yes. Loves guns.
Maybe mutiny hat and mutiny cap are the gunner, and is there a gunner's mate?
Yes.
There's not.
Yes, there. No, there is. There is a gunner or a gunner steward or something. There's.
Yeah. I don't know what the difference between a steward and a mate is, even though it was presumably told to us in the glossary.
Probably, but who remembers?
Do the waves, especially the ones that are on the deck right now, kind of look like Lay's potato chips? The ones on the deck, not the ones in the air. The ones on the deck, they're kind of wavy. They look kind of like potato chips.
Just like ruffles.
Yeah.
I was going to say this looks sort of like a weird sort of like corrugated metal or something that's just getting shredded.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't immediately identify it as waves because of the line pattern, but now I can see it a little better.
And because they're not moving, we don't usually walk around water that is hanging in the air.
I think if I saw some like sea foam or something around it, I would have assumed, oh, this is water instead of just sort of like a shredded solid material. But water makes more sense. Oh, hey. No, I thought for a second they managed to actually cut one. They did not.
No.
Wait.
Oh.
Who are you? Do we know you?
You look familiar.
Unknown. You may also be. You're the one who's holding the helm, though.
And you're only
in this memory.
Huh.
So
that is the person I was sort of suspecting was the helmsman.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, like,
why be posing at the helm?
If I were the helmsman on a boat, I would think I'd be super picky about who was allowed to steer the ship.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'd be kind of like, don't touch it, and I will take your hands off if you do. But maybe that's just me.
I really want to say that this is the guy.
We could say it.
We could say it. Screw it. Let's pencil it in. I feel like, by which I mean just say it and...
Yeah. And he was torn apart. By a terrible beast.
By beast. Boom. There.
And then let's name Chucky Cow Vomit with his Charles Hirschstick.
Yeah, let's find that. That's near the beginning. Let's see. No, this is faster.
We may actually have to
dive into that one, I think.
Dive into it, yeah.
On the Orlov deck, boom. Wish we could dive into the memory just from here. That'd be pretty cool.
Right. Rather than having to walk downstairs. What if you click on that?
I can do this, I guess. This is better than nothing.
Okay.
Decapitated by beast. I'm going to actually change this one to Claude.
Claude.
Even though decapitated is probably like the more accurate way to say it, but where else do you get to say Claude? Fell down the stairs, crushed by beast, spiked.
Those
burned,
two are the formation royalty.
Knifed unknown, burned, exploded. I don't know which one of these was the one who threw up.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't remember.
Well, we know how to get to that scene. It's the cow. So let's go to the cow.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. There's my exit. Cool. All right.
Let me out of this crazy boat.
And let me into the next one.
Yeah!
Help. Stuck. Help. Oh, no.
Stuck.
Here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
We've been cursed by Abigail. We can't leave her room.
Abigail, please. I have a mystery to solve. And presumably I'm on the clock.
Please, Abigail, I need to know who helped kill this cow.
Although if I am being paid hourly, actually, never mind. I can hang.
You know what? Let's chill. Man.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay. You
Charlie, my boy. Her
are
stick. Okay.
burned. You die on the crab, I guess.
Aw, buddy.
So, and I'm going to say you're, I'm going to say you're Charles Herstick, midshipman.
Mm-hmm.
Burned to death. Boom.
That's my suspicion.
Don't need your input or criticism. Do you want to?
Oh my goodness. You want to try and name the butcher?
One of them, like, so this guy has the axe. Does that make him the butcher, or does that make the one with the? Actually, I guess the one with the the apron makes a little more sense, huh?
The one with the apron's probably the butcher.
That'd be my guess. I don't know if I'm just presuming a little too much by making a bunch of guesses here, but heck with it. We'll do some guesses.
I think wearing an apron on a boat is a pretty good sign of being a butcher.
It feels like it, right?
Or a cook.
Emil.
Wait, we got 3?
We did. It might have just been those 3 we just nailed right there. All right.
We got Charles right. Yes. We got the other Charles right. Yes.
Charles's. And there we go. Boom. Look at us.
Here.
3, 4, 3. High 5. There we go.
First high five.
It's a little bit of a weird reach.
Wildly.
Yeah.
But heck yes. We're so good at boat mysteries.
And boat guesses.
Yeah. No, those weren't guesses. Those were suppositions. We had reason to.
Right.
I want to
I gotta know who's got the monkey.
Who's got the monkey?
Who are you?
It's Square Tie.
We know nothing of you, but yeah, it's the
Square Tie.
It is the Square Tie. So
it's Square Tie Surgeon.
Yeah,
he's always around with the surgeon's bag and the dead bodies.
Yeah.
So whether he's a surgeon or a surgeon's mate or whatever, I don't know. But
where did you get the monkey, and where went the monkey?
And also, can we have the monkey?
Oh, hey, it's you 2.
Yeah. It Bensai and
not yet known, but it's down to 2.
Oh, I am really sorry if I'm pronouncing names horribly wrong.
Yeah. Also, apologies if we've been saying they speak Formosan, which that might not be a language. It might just be Chinese or something, but I don't know.
Yep. I don't
apologies for that.
Actually know where Formosa is today.
Yeah, I don't either, actually.
I believe I think I saw in comments it's a previous name of a country, but I don't remember where. All
that to say, if we accidentally say something disrespectful, we profuse apologies. It's just from us being idiots and not knowing specific things. Apologies if that happens. We're doing our best.
But at the same time, do call us out on it.
Yeah, please correct us because that's a great.
We want to know.
Yeah, I'd love to
learn.
Learn stuff. So please do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
look at all these dead bodies we can check.
So we just rocked those guesses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling super equipped to take on something new. Unless you got another one that you wanted to go back and guess on.
Are you feeling casky or crabby?
Casky or crabby?
Casky, crabby, casky, crabby.
Crabs, they both seem potentially very entertaining.
There were 4 doors here.
There are. 2 of them, I think, just go to
storage rooms. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
there's just a little boring storage room. The other one would seem, I think, a little more interesting, at least. Maybe. Yeah, this is, not much more interesting. Nah, still storage.
It looks like bottles?
Yeah, just where they're storing just drinks.
Booze?
Would be my guess, but
I suppose we could pass some time in that room.
Good
it
way
might
to kill
not
time.
help us solve any problems.
No. We'll feel more sure of all of our guesses, that's for certain.
Uh-huh.
let's start with this, I guess.
Yeah. This smelly cask. Or lack of cask, whichever.
This one's like cracked a little bit.
Is it really?
Yeah, like you can see that like sort of it's like partly opened.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Let's check this out then.
Let's see about it.
In what way is this cask a dead body? So they're fighting the sails, I think.
Yeah, they're lifting something.
Maybe just bringing the thing in, the chest in from the boat.
Okay. Stuff fell on somebody. I see.
Wow.
All
Or
right.
like this is one of our earliest deaths, maybe.
Might be. Maybe we haven't even left port yet. Well, no, we're still just on the lower part of the boat here, but
yeah, they're loading supplies, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And someone gets crushed by things falling.
all right. What else do we have in this scene here?
A few rather surprised individuals. This definitely looks like very early in loading the boat, kind of not out of port yet.
It really does. Like this was either like before they left or they made a stop at another port for supplies for whatever
supplies,
reason.
Yeah.
This feels early though.
It does. Fun. This might mean names.
Chapter 1. There we go. Well,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Okay.
This might be a short chapter. I don't know if we're going to have a huge body count on this one before we even leave. I feel like if that happened, they would just like delay the trip.
I mean, you'd think that. But who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe they easily got a replacement.
An unidentified stowaway expecting free passage and eventual freedom was inside. It was instead crushed inside a falling barrel.
Oh, yuck.
Huh. And okay, so two are kind of dying in the scene, sort of like the person who the thing stuff fell on.
And one person was stowed away and died.
Where's the barrel that someone was in? I guess that one there, huh?
Well, that's the hand of the person getting crushed.
Oh yeah. No, like I'm seeing that person getting crushed. But it's like, were they in this barrel? Is that a?
Guess so. That's kind of like creepy and gross and weird that like all of this horrible stuff happened to this boat, and the whole time no one knew there was a barrel with a dead body in it sitting in the hold.
Yeah, that's a seems a bad omen from the start.
Yeah.
As was the death they knew about.
Right. Like, well then.
So is this identifiable?
That or this person is the stowaway and they fell out of the barrel in the process of.
Yeah, or like they'd gotten out of the barrel and were trying to move and then this like stuff fell on them or.
But wait.
It did sound like they were.
When you mouse over it, or not mouse over, but highlight him, he shows up in the sketch.
Yeah. Don't know anything about you yet.
And the sketch says underway.
And
that means we're not in port, right?
I don't think so, but well, you know what? Is this taking us to this body or what? Yes, it is. So this is someone else. Okay, so this I assume is the barrel in which the stowaway dies that no one really knows about, and that one's a mystery. And it may not even be someone we can identify, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have stowaway passenger on the manifest necessarily.
Yeah, but it does lead to this.
We also didn't have the cow on the manifest.
That's true.
Which kind of disappoints me, honestly.
Yeah, seriously. So, all right, I guess this will be taking us out here where the death happened.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no real mystery to where the smoke goes. The smoke goes to the place where you see the body that you already know about.
Eventually. Smoke.
I mean, it needs to travel around.
Okay.
Poor friend.
Wait! No!
Okay.
Golly.
We don't know who you were yet. And so, yeah, this was before this barrel collapsed and someone presumably died in it.
Before.
Very shortly, yeah. I'm guessing these are going to be the only two deaths this chapter, but who knows?
Might have been a really rough onboarding. I don't know.
This is just the boat people die on, it seems. Well, there's a door here, so I'm guessing this is the end of it. But, same people around as before, because again, this is a difference of seconds.
Yeah. Maybe one step or two. But that's about it.
Still a useful place for identifying individuals, if nothing else. All right.
We may not know your name, but we know you were crushed.
Crushed by cargo. There we go. It's going to be really tricky. Like, we're going to have to figure everything else out before we can figure you out. We literally know nothing about you. It's the first scene, you're already dead. We're not going to get anything else with you.
Wow,
we're going to figure you out at the end.
Man.
Cool. All right. Welp.
Okay.
What else do we have here just for funsies? Don't know if we've seen you.
Yeah, that face isn't super familiar.
We have seen you, but I don't remember where.
Yes, but it's been fairly minor, I think.
Guard.
Yep. Lifeboats.
Yes, I think you're right. This might be Paul. No. He was just on the lifeboats trying to.
Three.
Yes. He was the one defending Lars Lindy, or just saying like, no, that Lars Lindy was innocent, standing when he was killed on the scene.
Whichever one of the brothers went over the side and Lars didn't save him. Mm-hmm. This guy was like, nah, there's nothing Lars could do.
Yeah.
And the other brother's like, tough. And that's how I remember it anyway.
Well, not a whole lot, I don't think, we can do here.
Yeah, not a lot following from this at this time.
Random thought, because I just remembered. We need to be watching for arms with tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
All
of you are wearing long sleeves.
The opportunity may have already passed, but we need to be keeping an eye out from now on. Watch for arm tattoos, because that's going to be one identifier at least.
Indeed.
All right. We out. Peace.
And now we can go check a crab.
Yes, we can, and I'm very looking forward to what scene that one's going to bring about.
I'm curious what they did with the riders, because that's the crab body in that room. But
the crab riders use spears very similar to the Mersons.
They do, yeah. I'm assuming they're part of the same undersea culture.
Yeah.
But
all right.
Yuck.
All right. Back
Is
to
that
y'all. That's one of the...
That's a rider spearing someone, isn't it?
Yes. And who else is here? You with a spear.
There's someone there.
You're here about to attack with a sword. I wonder if this is before or after the crab stuff we saw before.
If we walk down the passageway, if we could. Oh, hey.
Someone else in there.
I think this is the second rider to board the boat.
Okay.
I think the first rider is already further along and getting burned because we know where that one died and how.
Gotcha.
But this one is a new corpse, different from the one that died to the fire. And he's shooting it, or no, that's just the stab. Sorry.
Yeah.
No one's shooting anything. Calm down, Carrie.
It's possible. No. This is still chapter, and it's late chapter 6 too. So yeah, this is one of the crabs that was already here. Mm-hmm. It's like there was the possibility there was like a third crab in a different time, but no, I think this is the same stuff. Well,
I like how they're like, is that all? As if this wasn't enough. You wanted more?
Already.
Speared by an enemy?
Yeah, I'm starting to think, like, I don't know who enemy's going to refer to at this point.
Yeah. But at the same time, we've been calling the meeple terrible beasts.
Yeah.
So aren't the riders also?
It really is a
crab's shot.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Nothing to be sorry about. Hideous monster perish simultaneously with brave but unfortunate soul, who we don't...
So the monster is perishing at the same moment.
Seems like,
why?
Yeah. Well, I think because of the spear from the guy under the stairs.
Ah, gotcha.
Is my guess.
That's probably a good guess.
But let's see who else we have in this scene, if we can. You... Oh, okay, you're the guy who kills Lars later.
Yep.
The
Lars killer brother?
And I think you might be the other guy who was in that... Yeah, you are. You're the other guy in that scene at the time.
Yeah, that's
getting
the
on
other
the lifeboat. And you are... Oh, tattoos.
Oh!
Wait a minute.
Tattoos McTorn apart? How did you...
It occurs to me we should really... In all the scenes we see tattoosmen in, we should look for the tattoo.
What?
We should look for the arm tattoo specifically on tattoosman from now on. It may not be, it may be a different person, different tattoo, but...
His tattoos look more Polynesian.
It's a different style for sure, so
that doesn't mean that he's from anywhere in Polynesia. He may just be a sailor who got tattoos there.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
Those do have cultural significance, so...
Somebody else is up there too. It's you, the guy we know now. The bosun's mate.
What is the bosun's mate holding?
Spear. Spearing and trying to reach, but not... Hey,
look,
somebody else.
Person.
Who else are you? Okay.
Oh,
mystery fella.
We've seen them.
We have seen them, yeah. They disappear in the Squawktopus attack. Unknown how. Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay.
Not bad. Got some more information.
Not a whole lot, though.
Not a lot.
Not as much as I thought.
Yeah. There are still a few entire chapters we don't have, which is exciting and intimidating both. I guess we've completed this chapter, though. We got all the pages in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right on.
Soldiers of the Sea. So this is all about the crabs. And the riders.
Yeah.
And the meeple, or just the crabs and riders?
I think this one's just crabs and riders.
And meeple happens before with the call,
meeple
right?
is, I think, either the culling or unholy captives. Let's check.
I think unholy captives is bringing the meeple's...
Yes, you are correct.
...bodies in.
And culling is, yep.
I think the meeple are the unholy captives.
I believe you are correct. Cool. Okay. So the chapters we don't have yet are the murder.
The murder.
Is that it? And the bargain, which is the one that's locked.
And the end, which... Wait, is the bargain the one that's locked, or is the end the one that's locked?
The bargain's locked. The end is the captain killing everyone and then himself.
Right.
So bargain is locked information.
But the bargain is the one that tells us what the captain did to get...
Yeah, I'm guessing...
the doom to stop.
Yeah, I'm guessing that one's going to kind of bust open. There's probably a reason why some of that's locked, and it's like going to bust a lot of this wide open, like complete the story, the picture of what happens.
Yeah.
The murder was, I'm guessing where we're headed to next, though.
Do we have empty pages still in chapter 1 in Loose Cargo?
Let's kind of do a review of what we've got here. Loose cargo we've completed. This unknown soul was crushed by falling cargo. An unidentified stowaway expecting free passage and eventual freedom was instead crushed inside a falling barrel. Okay.
We luckily don't have to identify that person.
Correct, yeah. Okay, chapter 2, A Bitter Cold. Solomon Syed succumbed to a tragic illness. Rinfred Rajub also succumbed to a tragic illness. A large cow was slaughtered for its meat. And that's that. Chapter 3, no idea, but it's got a few pages there.
And then in the calling, we don't know...
this is where a lot really must go on in this set here.
Outside the first mate's window, what is... That's weird. What is that, and why is it circled, and why is it present? What?
Maybe that's a clue of where to look next to start.
I think it must be.
I bet it is. That's where to look outside the first mate's window is where to look next to initiate the next memory.
That's
as soon as we finish this review, let's check because
yeah.
I bet that's it. Okay.
So yeah.
On the open sea, this unknown soul was speared by a terrible beast. Also speared by a terrible beast. Knifed by Itbing Sia. Bun Lim was clawed by a terrible beast. Itbing Sia burned to death. Edward Nichols, second mate, was shot with a gun by an unknown attacker. And we know it was like we've got that one down to 2, but we don't know who exactly which of the guards fired.
Right.
And there were 2 disappearances who were on board the lifeboats but fell overboard or were pulled overboard.
One of them is O'Hannon. O'Hagan?
I think so, yeah. Unless
one of the dead is...
Unless one of the 2 speared.
Yeah.
And I think, unless this guy was, I think.
Okay.
It's potential this one could be as well, but they're wearing one of the more, one of the garb that's like that more of the Chinese passengers are wearing.
And the fact that they are translating the language for the folks from Formosa.
Yeah, that as well.
They're translating their speech.
Yeah. So my guess, it's not impossible, but my guess is it's either that the O'Hannon is this one or one of the 2.
Or one of the 2 that went missing.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Chapter 5, Unholy Captives. These 2 were spiked by a beast.
Mm-hmm.
That was up in the net.
Yep.
This unknown soul was struck by a beast's tail on as they carried it down.
And we kind of suspect that they might be the cook.
Yeah, the cook or the cook's mate or steward or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the butcher.
I
guess actually that's the other thing. It can't be the butcher. We figured that out. But the cook didn't identify the cook as a yes. But that's, I think, because we were also wrong about the French.
Something else.
About tattoos.
Yeah. So we could probably mark this as the cook.
I'm saying it's the
right?
cook.
Because they had the cooking fork and there's no cooking mate. There's no cooking steward.
I don't think so, no.
We checked.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I'm calling it cook. There we go. Okay. And if we make some other guesses that we're more sure about and nothing happens, then maybe we should double back on this.
Right. We'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
As best we can.
Yeah. All right. This unknown soul fell down the stairs to his death, carrying the merchant down.
Yep.
This person's leg was severed by some means, either Merson or someone cut it because someone was kind of losing their mind here. We don't know.
Yeah.
That one's still kind of a hazy mystery for me.
This one's really confusing still.
Yeah.
We may be revisiting that after we've sorted whatever the murder is.
Yeah. All right. Then we're to Chapter 6, Soldiers of the Sea.
And that's when the riders come in.
Yes. Starts with electrocuted by lightning. Then the spears start flying. Spiked by a terrible beast below deck. These 2 were clawed, let's go ahead and say clawed.
Yeah.
I guess we haven't had a lot of opportunity to say decapitated, though. What do you feel?
We've had a couple.
Oh, have we? Have we had a couple?
Yeah, Top Hat gets decapitated by the cannon.
Oh, yeah.
And there's at least one other, I think.
I think you're right. Yeah. I don't know. Do you have a preference between the 2?
Leave it as clawed.
Okay. Charles Hirschstick burned to death by being on the beast and being on fire.
I feel like he was not, as a midshipman, he's not like anybody terribly special. And he seemed like he was young. The way they were like, Charlie, you didn't grow up on a farm?
Yeah.
So I feel like this person is kind of heroic.
Yeah.
Like, they jumped on this burning beast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They might be my favorite so far. Charlie.
Emilio Farrell Butcher was spiked by a terrible beast, and we got that one right.
Yep. So proud.
And also, actually, I believe this other guy who we think is the cook is right next to him. So I believe that's him right there.
Interesting.
Yes. Unknown.
This one's the guy who got spiked and then walked along the port walk and then got shot.
Right.
Or maybe he got spiked and what we saw there was him pulling the spike out.
I'm going to check that one again.
Yeah.
We're going to check that memory again later. Because that one...
Chop off leg and...
We were confused on that one. Yeah, those are two that were really hazy on the details still.
We were also pretty excited about the crabs and distracted in that moment. So it was kind of like, you died, but you didn't die next to a giant crab.
Yeah, sorry, you're not the most interesting thing here right now. Sorry to overlook you on your special day or whatever, but... A hideous monster perished simultaneously with a brave but unfortunate soul. That's the one we just saw.
Yep.
And that's the end of that. Then we're to the squid.
The squawktopus.
Yes. Lars Lindy was clubbed by an unknown attacker.
Is that...
Let me see that script again, because we got a name, I thought.
Oh, that's one of the brothers, remember?
One of the brothers, and we've...
It's Nathan and Samuel.
And
we've not identified know which one.
Yeah, we've not identified either of them yet, so we still can't, I don't think.
The accident, the ropes.
Right.
So what ropes accident killed anyone?
It could have been the very first...
The cargo?
Yeah, it could have been the very first.
It could have been. That person in the very, very beginning might be one of those two brothers.
Yes.
We kind of need to hear someone address the surviving brother.
Yes.
To answer this question.
Yeah, we got to be able to identify him and then be able to rule it out that is very specifically the ropes accident that they're referring to. It's the best candidate so far.
One thing we can use to qualify it wasn't his fault, I saw the whole thing, was said by someone we recognize. Like, we know who else was in that scene.
I think both of those two were in that scene and they were there watching. So I think that is the accident they're talking about.
Do you want to... we'd have to guess.
Yeah, we still don't know which one is which, but we're pretty close to that one.
Yeah.
We just need a little more information about the survivor. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. The artist was crushed by a terrible beast, which kicked off Squawktopus time.
Quite a way to go.
Yeah, this guy was crushed by a terrible beast. One was blasted by a cannon. One vanished. I'm guessing pulled through the... I want to hear that scene again because, like, maybe there's a more audible clue. Like, maybe they were pulled through the window before the cannon even went off.
I don't think they were pulled through the window before the cannon went off. I think they followed the cannonball out the window.
That might be too.
But...
Yeah, well...
I'm okay with being...
Wow. Loud.
Hi, Dominic. I'm okay with being wrong on that, of course.
Yeah, we'll find out. No rush on that one.
That one's another one to revisit.
Yeah.
For sure.
This one was crushed by a loose cannon. This one was blasted by an explosion outside. This soul's torn apart by a terrible beast.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know who they are yet, though.
We do believe there are topmen.
Yeah, I guess we can kind of go ahead and
we could probably
adjust
say
that one
this
again.
Unknown topman.
Yeah, now that we know we were wrong before, we can go ahead and say unknown topman probably. Cool.
Also, I'm seeing the tattooed pattern on his forearms.
Yep.
He's not Lady Silhouette.
He's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should, once we're done with the review, we can look at the portrait.
Okay. Abigail crushed by falling rigging.
Yep.
Unknown what happened to these two. Well, this
one
we say was
went
drowned.
Overboard.
Yeah. Because, we say these drowned because we assume they're the ones in the boat.
Yes. Yes.
No idea for this one. This one was crushed, we guess. I think this is one that we assumed we saw about to be grabbed by a tentacle on the rigging.
Yeah.
And we just sort of assumed. We know what happened to Charles Minor. Chapter we don't know.
Yep. And then in the lazaret. Ooh.
Oh, maybe because we have to be able to get in there to...
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. And escape.
Then the escape.
Alfred Klestil, torn apart by a beast and died of his wounds.
Yep.
Paul Most was killed with a sword by an unknown attacker. I guess we're not 100% confirmed on that, but that's
Yeah, we don't know who kills Paul.
We're pretty sure. Yeah.
But we've seen the killer's death as well.
And we're like 99.9% sure that this is Paul because of the woman shouting Paul.
At Paul, yeah.
This unknown topman shot with a gun by an unknown attacker. One of the passengers is my guess, but...
The woman passenger who just shouted to Paul is the one who killed him.
Yeah. We just don't know for sure who she is.
We could go to unknown passenger.
I'm game for that. Let's do it.
And actually, we can look at the passengers.
Yeah.
Here.
Let's look at that list. There's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
4 of them are the Formosan crew, so which kind of does narrow it down to 1,
Jane
2,
Bird, Emily
3,
Jackson.
4. No, 3. Just 3, because one of them is
it's
Abigail.
Emily.
Oh, is it?
I'm almost certain.
Cool. How do you know?
Because Miss Jane Bird is a younger woman. She's unmarried.
Oh, okay.
And Emily is probably, if we look through this, we'll probably find a Jackson on the boat.
Interesting. I hadn't thought of that.
I might be wrong.
That's not a bad thought, though. Like, to look and see if is there a marriage connection or a family connection between these passengers and anybody else here is something
and
I'd
there
not
might
even thought
not
to do.
be. She might be traveling with Jane.
Oh yeah, no, but it's a thing we're checking. Though. That's a good idea.
However you cut it, Jane is the woman who cowers behind her. In every scene we see them together.
Oh, okay.
So Jane is going to be, again, I'm guessing, but I think.
We've definitely identified, and I think it's a safe guess to guess that that's if we had to label one of them Emily, that's probably the one to go with.
I would say the taller woman is Emily, and the smaller, more cowering woman. Nunzio is a male's name. I'm pretty certain.
Oh, okay. I don't even think I've heard that name before. That's cool. Cool name.
I could be wrong on that too. So maybe don't quote me on it.
We'll hold off for now, but I think tentatively, I think we can assume Emily there.
It's kind of on the brothers guessing level.
Yeah.
We could swing for it if we wanted to, but we could be wrong.
This unknown soul shot by a gun by an unknown attacker.
So.
And we don't have enough to know who this one is, it says.
This is Mutiny Cap.
Yes. This one's Mutiny Cap.
So we're into Mutiny Cap and Mutiny Hat.
Mutiny Hat.
Who we could identify.
Apparently so.
Wait, this isn't Mutiny Hat. What am I saying?
No, this one is, because this is Mutiny Hat clubbed by,
oh no.
By Hat.
Oh no.
Shoot, what's...
Hat guy. Hat dude.
Hat dude.
Sorry. I'm realizing that I've been calling 2 different people Mutiny Hat. Shoot.
That's all right. Well, we haven't marked it in the book yet.
It's like a shorter top hat.
Yeah.
A boat hat? That's not it.
This unknown soul knifed by an unknown attacker. This was the one calling mutiny.
Yeah, that's Fresh Bastard. That's what they called him. That's not my name for him. That's what they called him. The eavesdropper.
Right.
Samwise Gamgee.
Let's see. 4 wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. The people on the boat. The
4 passengers in the lifeboat.
Yes, and we don't know what happened with them.
The 2 women would be Jane and Emily.
Probably,
So the one with the darker hair, I believe, is Jane. The one on the bottom is Jane Bird, and the one on the top, I think, is Emily Jackson. That's my suspicion.
No idea for these 2.
The one with... Isn't that the doctor?
Maybe. That might be the doctor.
I mean, the square tie.
Yeah.
That's square tie, right?
I think it might be. Not 100%, but I think you're right.
Okay.
So that would be
if we click
Nunzio
on him,
or whatever
can't
his
we
name
see
was.
Closer?
That looks like square tie.
Yeah, that does look like square tie.
Pretty sure.
And yes, the other one might be Nunzio, but...
Or whatever the name was.
We don't necessarily have a reason to think that Nunzio stuck around Emily and Jane.
Yeah.
Just because they were all passengers doesn't mean...
Fair point.
I can't remember, though. He may have been the one cowering with them.
Might be.
Earlier. I just don't...
Yeah, we don't know if that's him,
I don't remember.
Yeah. And then at the end, the one thing we've got mostly all figured out.
Yes.
William Hoscott was shot by the captain. This guy, who we don't know the identity of yet.
Hat dude.
Knifed by captain. Also unknown. Clubbed by captain. And then Captain Roberts shot himself, and the end. Okay.
Yes.
what was it we were going to go do? Right, we were going to go check the...
We have like 3 stories to recheck.
We have some stories to recheck, but we also have like a destination in mind for the next...
the first
for the
mate's
murder.
Quarters, I think, outside the first mate's window.
Outside first mate's window, which is... on the
Something we will
boat.
do after we check the things that you wanted to check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the gun deck on the far left.
Gotcha. Okay. First mate. Cool. What were the things we wanted to check? I've already forgotten.
So I got my leg cut off near the Lazarus.
Right.
Lazy boy. I got my leg cut off near the lazy boy.
Sure.
Let's start with that scene
Gotcha.
because that's the one I can remember right now.
Yeah, let's review the scene. We may not be able to get anything more for it, but let's see if any part of it feels more clear yet.
We also may want to peek our heads into the...
Keep pressure
I guess
here.
maybe we can't.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward had never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
John's the one who lost his leg. You are right.
Yeah, John's the one who lost his leg, and I'm pretty sure John dies here. I bet he loses his leg because it was cut by Steward, who's losing his mind and trying to, like, get them to, like...
Free the meeple.
Yeah, get the meeple off the boat. I'm guessing he's the one... It was hard to tell from the voice, but I'm guessing he was the one who shouts, like,
Yeah.
Eradarar, what you fools?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm of that belief. I believe that that's the Swedish steward of the... I think it's the first mate.
Okay, Swedish. The captain steward? But we do know the
Captain Steward, yes.
And the captain is the one saying my steward, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's him, I think.
We don't know his fate yet, though.
He was torn apart or spiked by terrible beasts. I think the meeple got him.
I assume so.
You don't go into that room with all those meeple and then not get spiked.
Yeah, we do see spikes on the inside of that space, too. So that's most likely. But
we can double check that.
we can double check that.
But this is
a John.
John.
Wait.
Or not.
Oh, I mislabeled because this is not. This is
What?
This is a different guy. Sorry. I just put it in the wrong UI. Hang on.
I'm confused.
This is the guy who lost his leg. And so that's not Philip Dahl. That's someone. That's all. It's a John, though. How many Johns do we have?
John Davies.
John Davies, a fourth mate.
There cannot be only one John on this boat.
John Naples, a seaman. And that's all. Just 2. Surprising.
A seaman and
a fourth mate. I'm
thinking this is a seaman.
I'm thinking as well. That's my guess.
So John Naples would be my guess for that.
I'm with you on that one.
And
killed with a sword, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. By captain's mate. Or steward.
Sorry.
Philippe. Boom. All right.
And
a little bit of guesswork there, but I feel like 80 to 90% sure on that one.
And can we get back to the lazarette?
Yes. Well, we're in the memory right now, so I don't think we can yet, but we can in a second. You are... boom. Gotcha.
Captain Stewart.
And we haven't gotten to his death scene yet either, which maybe also
I don't
we can't
think we get a death scene with him.
We may not. We may have to do some guesswork on that one.
That's why I'm saying, like, I think he's done in by the meeple. I mean, the way he says, like, all patched up, you're gonna be fine, makes it seem like this guy doesn't die here. But if you think he does, then... And there's a lot of blood.
Yeah, no, like, I'm thinking that's just a doctor talking to a guy saying, you're gonna be all right. Don't panic. is my thought, but I may be wrong too. I don't know.
I mean, if that's the case, it seems like you should keep comforting him and not asking other people where his leg is. Just because that would be distressing.
True.
If you're that far gone, you might not even know your leg's missing. And why bring it up, you know?
Yeah.
But...
And who are you?
Who are you? Oh.
You're William Hoskett. Okay.
William.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's go check the lazarette to see if there's anything we can see.
I know we can't get in there, but we may be able to peek through.
See, like there's
a spike.
Spikes. An open thing.
Oh dear. I wonder where that goes. I guess to the deck below, huh?
Yeah, I guess just the very bottom there.
And the deck below is where we can't get.
It's true.
Yeah, I think
I would
our
wager
buddy,
spiked, but
I mean, that's my guess.
Mine too, but
you don't want to guess it?
Not yet.
Okay. Can hold off till later.
Yeah. Like I think we can be pretty certain that the merfolk kill him. And these spikes flying definitely makes it kind of seem like likely that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm fine
understand.
penciling it in, but I worry that we'll then forget.
We've got a lot penciled in right now. It might
yeah, you know, let's
trigger another guess.
Let's try.
Remember.
Like that's the most. Let's try it. If I can find him again. It'll be easier to do it through here, I think. Captain. Nope.
Captain's mate.
Captain's mate.
No, Captain Stewart.
Right.
Sorry. Ship Stewart. Captain Stewart. Yes.
We can't make a guess at his death yet, I don't think, because we don't have... We may not be able to make a guess at it yet.
We could when we were looking at his face.
All right.
Couldn't we?
Let's see.
Am I losing it?
No, we can only identify.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm perplexed. I could have sworn we had the option to do that, but...
Yeah.
Like I said, or like you said, rather, the UI is not something I've dealt with at all, so
I'm a little fuzzy on this too, but my guess is that we are only allowed to make a guess at death if we are either shown the death or if the game prompts us as, like, this is a missing person, guess at it. And we might get that prompt for this person later. Even though there's not a lot of blank pages left toward the back end of the book that aren't in the bargain, I guess.
Yeah. Now that we're on this deck, we had questions about stabbed and crawled down the port walk.
Stabbed and right.
So if you
deck,
go,
or is that the one? That was the one above, wasn't it?
No.
No, it is here.
No, stop.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of the right direction. Turn left. Walk towards the railing.
Oh, this one, right? Okay, I was thinking of a different death, but yes, this one. Okay. Let's see.
It was just one of the other ones you wanted to revisit.
Yes.
So, is he pulling out his spike that he's been spiked with?
I think he's being shot here.
Yeah?
I think he pulled a spike out earlier.
Okay, he pulled a spike out
I think the spike's on the floor.
Here.
Not in this scene, but in
another scene.
In the previous one, yeah.
And you think he's getting shot by their wild gunfire?
Yep. I think,
Okay.
That's my guess.
So we don't know his name, but I think we can say he was shot.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know if we can identify...
By a gun.
Yeah, shot by gun. Who was it? Do we know this? Do we know this person? We can't target them here. They have white pants. White pants, bald head. If I can get into a previous memory, we can...
Oh, we can get into the memory of person whose neck is not broken, but I think it looks like his neck is broken.
Gotcha. Yes.
We can go through his memory to his death. It's further towards the other end.
Yeah.
There he is.
Can I dive into yours from here?
Ugh.
Whoa. Yes. Turns out I can. That's great. I appreciate
Cool.
that.
So cool.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay, so moments before.
Oh, but this is all happening on the other side of the boat. We're on the other side, so we need to go to... We need to
memory further?
Yeah, we need to do a few layers deeper here until we're out on the other side. And then
walk to the other side and see who down here has white pants.
I think this is you.
Yes, I think
and
you're correct.
we know. I think you're the bosun's mate.
Oh, is that Charles Minor?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so we can say that
Perfect.
Port Hallway was shot by Charles Minor.
Yeah. All right. That's closer to the end, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I don't remember. I don't remember where.
Yeah.
in the book
Okay.
it
We
is.
don't shot with a gun by bosun's mate Charles Minor. Don't know who the person is, but we've got that much.
And we have seen him around in a few different scenes.
We have. Yeah. Several of them.
I don't remember.
He's apparently a high degree of difficulty. So, fair
Yay!
enough. Yay. But all right, we're making some good headway here. I feel like. Or we're just making a bunch of bad guesses. But I like to think it's the first thing.
Somewhere along the way, we had someone trying to run away from some of this chaos by going below decks, below this deck. And I thought maybe we would be able to peek down there.
Below this deck here.
Or maybe it's below. Maybe I'm misremembering below this deck.
It's a vague memory of someone trying to run away from, run away downstairs or down something. I have that too, but I don't remember what memory it was a part of.
It's not him running down steps. It's like a latched cover in the floor.
Oh.
And he's trying to pull it up.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Could you walk down to the deck below this one
Okay.
and just circle around real quick? I'm looking for the thing I remember seeing on the floor.
Okay. Let's see.
No,
Nothing
back towards the front.
here, but
Or towards the other end. I don't know which is front and which is back. Okay. No, it wasn't on this deck, so whatever it was, it doesn't matter.
Okay. If you spot it again, let me know.
Yeah.
All right. Are there any other revisits we want to do? I think we're a little low on time now, so we're not going to dive into the next memory yet. But it's
thought there was one more revisit, but I cannot remember what it was for.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Let me see here.
Do you, We think that's one of the two brothers.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Almost certain.
mean, we could take a stab in the dark at which one it is. But that's solving the problem with the game's mechanics, not with our logics.
I'm willing to at least wait for what we see in Chapter 3 to see if that gives any more information on that. And if it doesn't, then it might be guess time for those.
Yeah.
Or for really starting to dig deep. Oh, it was Renfred Rajoub who succumbed to illness. We just looked at him.
That face. We were just looking at his face in something else.
There was a thing way later, though. It must have been a different guy, because this guy dies in Chapter 2 at the start.
Yeah. There must be someone who looks similar that I have mistaken him for.
We could be book flipping all day. Let's go ahead and call it a day, everyone.
Alrighty.
And we will resume this by going to... Let me just find the first mate's cabin.
And post up outside it. It's on the first deck below the main deck.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at now. Yeah, the gun deck. And so if I hang a right from here, and the door is open. So yeah, this is the place.
Oh, out the window.
Yep.
There it is.
So next week, everyone, we will return and we will get a little further into this thing and solve some more mysteries. So y'all take it easy, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.